If you're dependent on motion to change your life will never change. You don't become legendary by accident. You don't become the greatest you by accident. You don't become that person you were created to be by accident. You become that person by being intentional, by saying, you know what? This is what I'm going to get out of this year. Right now, you should be saying, this is what I'm going to get out of this moment. And I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. This is your life. You have to figure it out. You have to figure out what's best for you. But I'll tell you this. Most people have made up their mind that you know what is done. Most people say, oh, my plans didn't go the way they were supposed to go, so I'm just going to tank it. But not you. You're going to make up your mind that you're going to be that 1%. And that 1% says no matter what's happened, no matter how many responsibilities it may be, no matter how many possibilities it may be, I'm going to make it happen. Because people who make things happen, people who are legendary like yourself, people who take it to the next level, they don't depend on motivation to move, because they know they will never move if they depend on motivation. They will never create if they're dependent on motivation. They will never change if they're dependent on motivation. What do? They move to create motivation. Most people move until they're motivated, but rare people, they create their movement to create the motivation. It might be like distractions, like lock in this moment, get something out of this. I don't have all the answers to life. I'm not trying to be, the number one whatever in the world, but I care. I care to impact your heart. I care to impact your life. Because I know one small change, a lot of us think we need these massive things to happen in our life to create massive things in our life. That's not the truth. The smallest changes create the most massive things. It's the little bitty tweaks to your life. It's the little bitty subtractions from your life. It's the little bitty add-ons to your life. So what are you going to get this moment? Because application creates transformation. Listening to this isn't good enough. Posting this on social media, saying you showed up to rise so everyone can see it, isn't good enough. So how do you hack your motivation? Or to become motivated, or just to take your life to the next level? There's hard times all around us, and so many people are waiting for the external things to build their internal self. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not more money. It's not more fame. It's not more success, no matter what people tell you. Because there's a lot of people that are financially free that still aren't free. There's a lot of people that have all the recognition in the world that still feel empty inside. What you have to find is fulfillment. Fulfillment inside of you that's not dependent on the external. That's not dependent on somebody giving you compliments. You have to know who you were created to be. Some of you have allowed comparison Because you're comparing your life. You're comparing your imperfections to somebody's perfection. You're comparing your failure to someone else's success. Comparison makes you run a race that's not yours. Comparison makes you live a life that's not yours. Instead of comparing your life, you got to learn to appreciate your life. You got to remember who you were before a hard time showed up. You got to remember who you were before someone gives you rejection. You got to remember who you were before life told you that you wasn't nothing in your life. Remember who you are. You got to write down the facts about your life. Always say this: facts over feelings. Feelings are real, but feelings always aren't right. Feelings tell you that you're not enough. Feelings tell you that you're not capable. Feelings tell you that because your color or because of your circumstances, you can never be whatever, and you live your whole life like that. Some of us, we have already said, this is it for me. You've allowed this thing to become your identity. It's not your life. It's part of your life. It's not your story. It's a chapter in your story. And you hold the pen right now. Every single day, you hold the pen to write whatever it is you want to write. Every time a feeling comes up that you're not capable, remind yourself with the facts that you are capable. You have to live on facts over feelings. Some of you right now, you're living a life that's not yours. You're living a life that is not yours, and you wonder why you don't feel alive. You're living, but you don't feel alive. You wonder why you're going through this mental health crisis. Because a lot of us, what we do is we run from our reality. The greatest war you will ever face is not external, it's internal. And you will never win your war by running from your battles. Get very clear on what you want, not what other people try to give you, not what other people try to tell you that you should be. Get clear on that so you can start constructing your day by the right habits.